Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FortressCraft Evolved. I am Max Evolved, and today we are looking over the future site of our space program. And what do I mean by that? I mean, in this episode today, the goal is to make a HODOR. And what does a HODOR do, you ask? Well, it's simple. You throw it, it's basically a rocket. You fill it up with fuel, it launches up in the air, hits a research pod, they crash somewhere. You go pick it up, and you get something that you can throw in the lab, and you get research points out of it. Is it necessary? Probably not. But it's something that I've been wanting to build for the sake of completing the stuff I've never done before. I've never built a HODOR in all the time I played this game. So, you know, I set up this nice little site for it. I don't think it takes much space. So I figured, why not? Why not get this set up in a way that we can, you know, utilize it for shooting down research pods, I guess. So I've done a little bit of preparation for this. And by that I mean, well, I guess I don't need that. I have, where are they? I have built the stuff I need for the HODOR. In fact, let me throw this on a hot bar. So I need that, and I need that, a fuel compressor. So, HODOR, 3x1x3. Okay, so I think it's literally just a square on the ground. So I think I'm just gonna place it arbitrarily right here. I mean, we're kicking this episode off quick, ladies and gentlemen. We're already throwing stuff, and we're like a minute into the video. So, boom, HODOR. Okay, so it needs power, 4,096 power. I don't know if that's total or what, but power should be simple enough. I showed you guys last episode. We got a 5 million coal vein right here, almost 6 million. So we're going to be utilizing this in addition to some fuel to get everything we need. But I can also use some of this coal right here to power the whatever this needs. So it'll be contained. It'll have its own stuff, like easy peasy. In fact, maybe I'll even enrich the coal so we get, because I'm going to end up using pyrothermics as opposed to turbines, just because it's easier, it's quicker. But that's not all we need. We need fuel, and fuel is a 3x3x3. So I'm going to put it here-ish. And I'm not sure exactly how this works. In fact, I'm not sure how any of this works. I've never used it. I'm just making assumptions here. So let's see what we got. Okay. So this needs coal and high energy HEFC. That's the high energy something. That's the fuel, right? High energy composite fuel. HECF. HEFC. I wonder if that's a typo. I think it's a typo. Okay, so I can already tell we're going to need to do something like this, right? We're going to need a remove only. We're going to need an add only. And then we're going to put belts in between. Boom, done, easy. If only that were the case. So it looks like, I don't know if this needs power or not. But what I have been doing is I've been clearing out this channel over here because I kind of thought, oh, maybe I'll build something in the mountain, kind of like a hidden kind of lab where all this stuff is happening. And I think I'm going to end up doing that after all. It's going to add like a ridiculous amount of building and stuff to do because this looks like it's going to be fairly simple. But if we're going to make this thing look kind of epic, then we're going to have to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to end up putting all of this into the mountain behind here for only the sake of cosmetics. No other reason. So before we can do that, we need to dig out this area more and dig out a route for this coal to make it over to where we're digging out. All right, so as I was digging this out, we kind of ran into an interesting problem. I found, you know, some little coal veins as I'm digging here. And I mean, it's like 100, you know, 0.11 million coal. It's nothing really worth your time. But as I was digging this out, we ran across another coal vein. And this one, a little bit bigger. This one is 565,000. So that's still not a whole lot, but that is enough to kind of run things for a while. And it's right here. So we don't have to necessarily go way over and tap into that coal vein when we have one already here in this mountain. So what I need to do, there's a couple things that need to happen. Number one, I need to build this fuel compressor again. In fact, I'm going to give myself a little bit more headroom here. So I need to build the fuel compressor in such a way, maybe I'll put it right here. Kind of offset, but in the room, right? So that should be fine. Okay, fuel compressor done. Now, I need to get coal into here. I need to get coal into generators for power going that way. And how I'm going to power this thing is also interesting. I don't know 100% what I want to do. I'm debating putting a Mark IV battery under this so that it hangs down slightly. So we'd have so we'd have 2 layers below the grade right here, and hit it with some lasers from under this level. So 1 level below where we are. Because what I envision happening is I'm going to have a matter mover of some sort here-ish. That's, you know, like a... Ooh, I think that'll be... Let's check the distance. But a matter mover like right here. Is that going to hit? Yeah, that'll hit. So I'd be doing something similar to this, right? Where any fuel that comes out of here is just going to feed right into that. And maybe I'll have that come out this way. Add only. I need 2 inputs, right? I'm going to need coal. And I'm going to need fuel to come in another side. Maybe they'll come in the back. I don't know. It's kind of whatever at this point. But I'm going to have under here perhaps, you know, a battery of some sort. Like a Mark IV battery, Mark III battery. That's going to need to get powered by coal. Because then I'm going to need, or actually, maybe I'll have a series of batteries. And I'm kind of thinking about this as I'm doing it, so I don't have a plan. You know, maybe I'll do something even more so. Something like this, right? And then I'll put these down. Have them content share. And put another series of generators, right? So I need to do 2 things. I need to get a extraction setup going right here. In fact, I think I'm going to expand this out a little bit to give myself a little bit more room. So I need to start extracting all of this coal. And then I need to split it because the coal is going to be used for different things. Some of the coal is going to be used for energy generation, meaning it's going to need to get enriched and all that jazz. And then some of the coal is just going to feed directly into what we're doing over here. And in fact, I'm wondering if I should just kind of come... Well, let me think here. Because the other thing I need to take into account is what am I going to do with... Oh, you know what? Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think this is going to work. What am I going to do with the fuel? How am I going to get the fuel in? That's all something I need to take into account as well. So maybe I'll get rid of those for now. Because I need to power the matter mover. The compressed fuel is just going to come right in here. That's easy, I believe. I haven't powered this thing, so I don't really know. And then I need to matter move the fuel to there, and I need to get power into this battery. So let me place this battery so that I at least have something to go off of, right? All right, so now you can kind of see what we're working with here. And, you know, as I was putting this on here, I was thinking also, you know, I have all this coal right here. Here is, like, my enriched coal line. I might be able to do something where I kind of, you know, siphon some off, come this way with it, and just hit it, literally just feed it from under here into a series of generators that I have on, actually on the battery face here. And now that I'm thinking about that out loud, it might be worth it. The only problem, which maybe it's not a problem, actually, powering the matter mover. But if I do, well, so I need to power both the matter mover and whatever I'm using to extract the, you know, the, however I'm going to power the extraction process. So maybe it's worth digging this out to the surface, to the whatever direction that is. I don't even know which way I'm facing. Dig it out this way so that I could just beam power directly over into this area. So let me dig that out and kind of just see, you know, figure out what's the most feasible option here. All right, so it looks like I can access a face of this from right over, kind of anywhere from under here. So some possibilities. I can use a face of this like that to, let's see, that's 2 below where I currently am. So I would need to put another battery. I would need to put a battery lower, basically, which isn't the most ideal solution. Or I can still use a face. In fact, I think I'm going to end up doing this. I think this is the easiest way. I'm going to come off the side here, and I'm going to actually use a laser, not a battery. I'm going to come off the side, hit like that, right? We'll put a little hole there. That's fine. But that's going to be, you know, at X distance below, right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig a channel. That channel is going to eventually let me hit, if I can see, something from which I can extract coal. Now, what I'm contemplating right now is I want to use this power coming in not only for this extraction process, but also for the matter mover over here, right? And if I were to do something like this, you can see we've got like a common spot right there. So if I do something like this, right, we can kind of see what's going on there. Now, the laser coming in and the laser I would need to go that way are on 2 different levels. But let me think here. If I do something like that, and then I do something like this, and I cut this channel out here, and instead I put a battery right there, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, then I can do something like that. Maybe put some glass down right there. And now, if I throw a matter mover on that, so like this, and this is where our fuel goes, then that's just easy money. Like, it should be done, right? So I think I'm going to keep it that way. Now let me see about ore extractors. So now I don't think I need to get too crazy with this because I can just kind of do that, right? And then from there, throw a hopper. We can step up pretty easily. Let's throw that down right there, and then we'll just continue it. And I want to... Now, which one do I want to hit, right? Because I need to take into account how I'm going to get my fuel in here. And that is going to be no easy task. Just because it's kind of a pain. because of the different levels I'm working on, right? So that's fine right there, but where's my fuel going to come from? I'm thinking now that I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to put you there, get rid of you, and put you there. That'll be remove. That'll be add. Get rid of that. So from here, I'll just run... Well, I guess I don't even need to dig the channel. I can just run the lines, no problem. Right. Okay, so that'll give us all the fuel, or the coal, I should say. Now I just need to hit that one with fuel, move this, and do something like that. And that'll be the composite, or the whatever, the rocket fuel that's going to hit that. Easy peasy. But then I need to figure out how am I going to matter move or get the high energy composite fuel all the way over here. And I think I'm going to have to use matter movers, but it's a matter of running it the right way. Okay, so I've determined that this is the exact same height, which it should have been, as this right here. So if I'm trying to maintain like a very clean look, having that right there wouldn't be the biggest deal, except for I need to figure out how I'm going to power these matter movers that are going to get things over there. Either that or just get a matter mover to hit somewhere in this general direction, you know, kind of like right there, and then have it step up and go into there completely unseen. You know, just kind of close this off. Have it just kind of be just some other, you know, random thing, right? But then have the matter mover actually be right below it. So let's go take a look at our fuel lines, the fuel lines, and see where can we kind of draft some fuel from. And right away, my intuition is kind of telling me we should be able to pull from this somehow. We've already got the fuel right here. We can easily do a priority splitter to make sure that nothing gets taken from outside of this, you know, this loop here. So we are here-ish. We need to go here-ish. Something like that. And I want to use matter mover because I don't want just a bunch of fuel sitting on a belt. So let's examine this. I think right here. And it's kind of weird because, right, we're the right is the priority, and then the left is the overflow. So it's always weird when we're going this way and what we want to prioritize on our left, because then it means we have to have like a right belt that curves left, or, you know, have it come up this way and do some kind of weird stuff. So I'm going to do something like that. I'm going to throw a belt down like so, and a belt out that way. I'm going to steal this fuel. Then I'm going to do something like this. Something like that. But then I got to somehow get it into a position to be matter moved. So I'm tempted to just steal some power from this battery, because that's a ton of power. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. So if I just, you know, we just siphon a little bit, right? No, who's going to notice? We'll do something like that. Right? Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so we'll do something like that. We will throw a hopper. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that. Sorry, bud. But I'm going to throw a hopper kind of right there. Right there. Right? Right. And then I'm going to throw a battery right there. That's going to have to work. I don't know how else to do it. So there, boom, boom, and then we'll just literally go up. And now we're going to have high energy composite fuel right there. So now it's a matter of sending it where we want it to go. which is this way. So let's follow this. And in fact, I might even just be able to hit where I want to go. Let me kind of figure out where the line is over here. Is it literally, it's this column right here. This row, I should say. It's literally the hole I just made. Okay, that's fine. That's perfect. Now, this is the power. The actual matter moving is occurring over here. So, I need a battery right here. Right? Because then I'm going to put a matter mover right there. And I'm going to throw a hopper right here. And that should start filling up. Okay. And then that is going to go... I don't really know where. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. See where that hits. Hopefully that makes... If that makes it all the way across, I'm going to be so happy. But of course it doesn't. That would be too easy. Which then means we're going to do something like this. It just means we got to help it along. You know what I mean? How's that? Okay. So right there. This is where I'm putting this hopper. This hopper is going to go straight up. And I'm going to get rid of everything down here to make that hit. And we should start to see stuff getting in there right now. If this works, we should see stuff start to flow. There we go. Okay, so we are placed. That is perfect. Let's cover up our tracks here so it's like we were never there. And we'll get rid of that. Okay, so now it's a matter of hitting that area. And for that, I'm actually going to have to bust this back open. For that, I'm going to need to see, okay, I am at X162. So I need to go up to where everything is up there and find X162 in this area. Okay, X162 takes me right out here. But if I go straight down, then I should see what I want to see. However, I don't know if that's what I want to do. Let me take that back. Let's dig down. Right? Make sure we got where we want. And then I'm going to do this. We're going to build a step. Because I want this to just use all upslopes to get up to where it needs to go. And then all we got to do is connect the dots. And now we have fuel coming in here. And this belt is a little bit longer. So there's going to be extra fuel. But I don't think that's an issue. Also, something I didn't take into account is this thing needs power. Crap. Did not take that into account at all. Okay. So how am I going to do that? Let me think here. I could use some of this coal that I'm harvesting, enrich it, and do all that, but I don't think I have any of those on me. And those are going to take power also. So let me think about this for a second, and then I'll bring you guys back when I have some kind of solution in mind. Okay, so I think what I'm going to end up doing, right? I made a line here that has a direct line of sight to the fuel compressor. What I'm going to do, and I happen to have one infuser and one enricher. So, what I want to do, and I got to do this in a couple different ways, right? I need to power up, because the infuser and the enricher use power, right? Or does it? It says desire 0. Maybe this. Oh, the infuser needs enriched coal. Whoops. Enricher first. Okay. Cannot locate ×1 coal. Needs like a minuscule amount of power. So, I don't know. I don't know if these can work in conjunction with each other. So if I do something like, oh, I don't know, something like this, get rid of that and put it right there, and I rotate. I don't know if those will work together. See, what I'm trying to do is get these running on the same battery, but I don't know if I actually need to do that now that I'm thinking out loud. I have some of these. Do I have logistics hoppers? I only need...
Crafting.
Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. So here's where we're going to split the coal off, and I'm thinking I might actually split it further away, but actually, meh, it's not a big deal. So what I'm going to do, right? Eventually, I'm going to end up at a battery, like somewhere in here. That's going to have an energy transmitter on the back. Let me give myself some headroom here. So I'm going to have one of these, like so. I'm going to open this up just in case I need to access more of these faces. In fact, let me give myself just a ton more room, because why limit yourself if you don't have to? And then I'm going to for sure put a generator on there. Let's say there. Being fed from right there. Okay. That's the first set. Now, I don't know if this needs to be done in such a way that it goes like this. So from this split, I'm going to need to split this again, because some of this is going to have to go... Actually, you know what? I don't think it will at all. I was thinking I'm going to have to split this before I get to where I need to go. I wonder if these can be fed consecutively. I wonder. Maybe I don't want to try to play with it right now. So let's do something like this, right? That should feed it and output it this way. But I'm going to use some of these. Let's just overwrite. I don't know the priority splitter real quick. These need power too, right? So if I do something like that, and I have a generator in the middle with another hopper, and I put a turntable like here, can I just come in this way, right? Do something like that. Do something like this. And something like that. I wonder if that would work. Right? Because this would be giving us... Let's see. So it should split. It'll come down here, get enriched, get infused, blah, blah, blah. In fact, let me throw some coal in there right now. But I need to see this in action. So I'm going to go turn on the power over here, run those lines, and then we'll come back over and check and see if this is working out. Because this might end up getting... It's not... Okay. Oh, this is getting power. How is that getting power? Oh, it's drawing from that. That wasn't really what I wanted. Let's put that here. Get rid of that one. Put this like that. And put that like that. But I'm going to throw a lens on there. And go turn on the power. And let's go see how everything works out. Alright. Okay, so we've got coal. It's moving over. Okay. Is it doing its thing? It's just invisible. Is it invisible? It needs to come out of a hopper. Okay, okay. I don't think... It needs to output onto a hopper. Okay, easy enough. I think. So we'll put you down. And then I'll put... Where is my enricher? There we go. Infuser, I'm sorry. Have that go into another hopper. And then do that. Does that work? Let's make this remove only. Will that work? Does this need a hopper to go in? I think I can autocraft these, right? Okay, this is kind of what I was like afraid of. I'm going to have to rethink this whole system. So let's do that. In fact, let me go look at the other enricher setup and just see kind of how that works. All right, so we can see here that it takes out of a hopper, but it can output onto a belt. So it just needs to pull out from a hopper, and it can output. So input needs to be a hopper, output can go straight to the belt. So let's get back to our setup. All right, so enricher. Actually, I think we're going to be good with the same setup we had. Enricher, belt, hopper, or hopper infuser. Maybe I'll do that. Because then I can do something like hopper, hopper. And I got to think in terms of batteries, right? So battery, battery, generator, belt, belt. Yeah, okay. That's the issue. It doesn't like the belt being that way. So that just means this is going to have to move. That's the space holdup right there. We'll just go like this. We'll hit the hopper, right? We'll craft another logistics hopper to throw right there. One will be nice and go this way, feeding the system again. The other one will just go this way. And, well, actually, I guess this way, right? Because then we're going to feed a battery that's there with a couple generators here and here. And a hopper here. With a laser and a lens. Okay. Now I think this is working. In fact, I'm just going to help this out by filling it up. But no fuel to offload. Okay, so it's waiting for coal. I think what I'm going to need to do, because I don't think I have any on me. I think I have a couple cutting heads. Or, I mean, I wonder if there's any way I can use this face. Looks like there is. Let me make another. We need to get more output, right? So I'm going to make another ore extractor. It's not going to be anything super crazy, but we can at least put something down right there. Put that down right there. And kind of just come straight up. Just like that. And then that should... So now we're doubling up how much we're getting out. We're feeding the system. Once this backs up, everything's just like it's already backing up. Everything's just going to continue to go the one way. And we should be looking for 90 more coal. I wonder if it takes them 10 at a time or what. Let's wait and see kind of what happens. It looks like it's just taking them 10 at a time. So whenever that fills up. So I wonder if I change that to a 100 slot hopper, if that'll change anything. Make that remove only. In fact, I'm just going to help it out. Top it off a little bit. 512 power per second. I think that's about. And one high energy octane fuel. It sent it off. We just saw it happen. Matter-minded 0 items. Wait, no, that can't be true. Does it have fuel? High octane fuel needed. 5,000. Okay, so it takes some time, but there's another one. How much is that? So each high octane fuel looks like it's about 200 maybe. Let's see when another one comes in. This looks like it's not going to be a quick process. Just probably because of our coal extraction rate. I think we're giving it fuel as fast as it needs it, but I don't know if we're giving it coal as fast as we could. Really, we're kind of bottlenecked by this, but I don't think that's a huge deal. Looking for more coal. All right. Have we gone past 48? No. I really want to see how much one fuel canister gives me. You know what? I think I'm going to do this instead. Rather than having them both feed onto the turntable, I'm going to have one of them come out and just feed right onto the belt. Just to get things in there faster. Because this is about to give us another fuel. And I want to see how much they're worth. Okay. Should be getting a... There we go. Okay, so each fuel is only 100. That's interesting. All right, guys. So this is going to take quite a while for it to fuel up a rocket's worth of fuel. So I'm going to just kind of chill, and I'll cut to when we're having an actual launch. And yeah, we'll probably call it an episode there. So just stand by. You'll see a little bit of movie magic. It'll be like nothing for you. And the next thing you'll see is a rocket going off. All right, everybody. At long last, we got liftoff. There it goes. That happened way faster than I thought it was going to. Just in terms of launching, as soon as it gets its fuel, it looks like it just goes. And you can see it way out there. And it looks like it hit something. But now we just got to wait and see, where is it going to drop? I don't know. I'm going to let that kind of do its thing for a while. Oh, look, you can see. What's that? What's that? Man, that thing takes a while to get in here, too. Nice. So for those of you that have never seen a HODOR before, that's what it does. You shoot one of these out of the sky, you roll up, and you grab, just like that, research parts. So this episode has taken much longer to film than I anticipated because that takes so long to charge up. It needs 50 high-octane fuels, which it just takes forever. So on that note, guys, thank you guys again so much for hanging out. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Like I said, I'm enjoying it a lot. And with that, you guys, we'll see you in the next one.